Hi, Destiny. Good morning.
Where I am now, I'm in a special place of tender warm embrace. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm better than before. I'm through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place of tender warm embrace. Where I am now.
Alicia, everybody's good morning.
Where I am now, I'm better than before. I'm through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place of tender warm embrace. Where I am now, had to climb,
Good morning.
knock me
It
down.
is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I tell you what, it may be cloudy, but it's definitely sunshine in my soul. Good morning. I'm host Yolanda Hinton of FYI Morning Show Live, here with a whole bunch of great friends. I want to welcome Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok is over here blowing up everything. How are you all over here on TikTok? Demayo, I just saw you pop up. Big, let's see. BJ Harlem, hello. Let's see. Alicia, Destiny, Kaya, hello. Am I seeing Kia? I'm sorry, Kia. There's a Kai up here too, a Kia up here. My girl Kia, Kevin. Let's see, who else? These names are going so fast. Honeybee, what's going on? Just a lot of you all on. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you say something in the chat, hello, or tell me how you're doing or what you're doing. Make sure you follow on all our platforms, especially on YouTube. Go to YouTube at Crystal Records One, Cristo Records One, or you can go to FYI radio show host Yolanda Hinton, and make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, and I promise I will follow you back. I've been following you all back when I see that you followed me, especially over here on TikTok. Yes, make sure you say hello to me. I've clicked on follow back, and I just want to hear from you. You all say something in the chat. If you hear something in the conversation, um, just say hi. Just say something, okay? Don't stay silent. Just talk to me and let me know how everything's going. Let's see, Royal Lord, I think that's it. Deja, what's going on? It's just a whole lot of you all on, and just everything is just moving so fast. But I'm going to get back to you all in a little while. I am so glad to be here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for your support. This is Hump Day Wednesday. You all should be up and popping. Everything should be going well. It's the middle of the week. You shouldn't be dragging. Look, this is not time to drag. This is time to make sure you all are doing the things you need to do. You doing your work. You're having some fun. You're solving your problems. You're facing life, with a lot more than just waking up. Being thankful, hopefully that is a part of your agenda as well. Being thankful, being grateful, and doing all you can to live the best of life. May Smith, what's going on? Good to see you. Hello, Arthur. Hello, Gloria. Mimi, what's going on? So many of you all on Facebook. Make sure you say something in the chat so I can see you. I can shout you out. I hope my girl Sheila Robbins is up here. Sometimes I can see you all, and if you don't say something in the chat, I can't acknowledge and shout you out. So make sure you say something to me on this morning. A beautiful Wednesday morning, like I said. The weather here, we've been getting some weather now. Our humidity is up and popping. And I remember telling you all when the water that we're surrounded by, because we're below sea level and water is everywhere, when that water warms up in our Virginia, and especially Hampton Roads, baby, talking about being hot and humid. I tell you what, during the 4th of July holiday, I'm telling you, it was like being in the desert. Baker Boy, what's going on? Baker Boy 757 is on with me. How are you? Good to see you. So I'm telling you, the weather is nice. It's a little cooler today, but the humidity is still popping. You all make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you all take care of yourselves as you go out. You still need, they say even when it's cloudy, you still need, to put something on your skin to protect it from the sun. And especially when it is sunny. Get that sunscreen and get that on your body. Even if you're brown like me, you got to put that stuff on. You got to put that stuff on so you can definitely, keep from getting so many conditions and things of the skin. Rodriguez, how are you? Good face, what's going on? AJ Cool, I see you. Andy, what's up? All you all are on. And just tell me what you're doing. Tell me how you're doing. And just communicate a little bit about what's going on, about our subject. We had a great show on on Monday, and we had a wonderful young lady with me, and she was Coach Amanda from Tide Swimming School, talking about water safety. We talked about pool safety. We talked about beach safety. Water is nothing to play with, and sometimes we underestimate water. And we want to make sure we are teaching our children and ourselves some of the things that we need to know when we are dealing with water out there, fishing or swimming at the beach or in your pool, wherever water is. You've got to keep some tips, rules, and regulations in mind. And it would be a good thing to learn how to swim. A lot of kids know how to swim, a lot of adults, but there are some still lagging behind, not, loving the water, but not really, getting into learning skills when it comes to swimming and things like that. So, make sure you all, if you love the water, if you want to be around the water, that you learn how to swim some, and you learn how to teach your kids the rules and regulations and tips for staying safe as they swim and enjoy the summertime. We talked about how water safety is very, very essential. These tips throughout the year. We know that kids really, really enjoy the water during the summer, and so we want to make sure we let them know how to stay safe, how to keep from, going out there and getting in danger, and We don't want anything to happen to our children, and so we have to really inform them. So look, it's Hump Day Wednesday, and I am definitely glad to be here. So, guess what I have for you all today? I have the current job list, and we get these lists from I think about once a month or every 3 weeks, and everybody don't have a job, and so I wanted to supply information about jobs throughout this area and beyond. And so, you all, if you're interested in the list is already posted on my page. It's on LinkedIn, my page on LinkedIn. It's on, what is it, all the other FYI pages. Go there, get them, share them. They're great jobs, great, they really have a good what can I say? I'll put it like this: they're part time, they're full times. The salaries are absolutely fabulous. Go online, check them out, and I tell you what, you're gonna live a better life when you're working and when you're absolutely supplying the needs of your family. So look, here are the current jobs. The listing is, first thing we have up here is Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast. They keep a job listing. We always get job listings from them, but they're looking for a property manager. Also, Dolphin Scholarship Foundation, they need a financial administrator. We have the United Way, Director of Corporate and Community Relations. Seton Youth Shelter, this is something new to our listing. Director of Shelter Programs needed. And Suffolk Public Schools, they need a part-time teacher. Development mentor, isn't that amazing? Something that I do, I mentor. If I had the time, I would probably do it. Yes, that's in Suffolk Public Schools, part-time teacher, development mentor. Also, Norfolk Public Library has a listing. They need a community outreach ambassador. And the Chesapeake Bay Academy, they need a chief advancement officer. Now we have the Children's Center. Have you all heard of that? The Children's Center, make sure you go online, www.thechildrenscenter, and check out some of their programs and things like that. What they need is human resources recruiter. They also need service coordinator, a center-based coordinator, speech language pathologist, occupational therapist, bus monitor, bus driver, marketing coordinator, and this one is not at the Children's Center, but it's at Eggleston. You all heard of Eggleston? This is a pretty known organization, and they need a marketing coordinator along with a marketing internship that's available. The planning counselor, we get this quite often. Its care manager is needed, and also a Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art. These are some of the listings for them. Visitor Experience Associate. They need two of them, absolutely. Check them out, Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art online. Also, we have Respite Care of Williamsburg United Methodist Church. They need a respite care giver. These are great jobs, great salaries. Check them out. Suffolk Public Library has another listing, and it's part-time, and it is a social media coordinator. Boy, do you need more than part-time when you coordinating and managing social media. I'm telling you, it can be definitely draining. Kelly Brooks, what's going on? Yeah, it is definitely draining. So I tell you what, hopefully it's not too much work that goes into it, but that's at the Suffolk Public Library social media coordinator needed. Then we have the Hampton Roads Workforce Council, maritime marketing coordinator is needed. Girl Scouts and Colonial Coast need some more things, though. Listen to this, you guys. A volunteer support manager, a new troop support specialist, and also Equa Kids Therapeutic Writing Program needs a development director. Pre-kind, this is new to me. A community engagement manager is needed. And we have Christ and St. Luke's Episcopal Church need an accounting and payroll manager. Eggleston is back on the list with more jobs. We have case manager, employment specialist, Beacon House floater, veteran services director. They have day services supervisor needed and GSE team lead. All those are listed under Eggleston Services. Make-A-Wish Foundation, everybody's heard of Make-A-Wish Foundation. They need a regional development director. Also, senior services of Southeastern Virginia. They need home delivered meals coordinator, housing stabilization specialist, a resource specialist, staff support assistant, and that is under our Suffolk Public Library. They need that job filled. Girl Scouts of Colonial Coast is listed again. They need a financial director. Again, these things are already listed. Go to my page or FYI's page, LinkedIn. You'll see these listings. Make sure you share and make sure you look through them. And maybe something you want to do. You may want to change your job. You may want to take advantage of some of these jobs that really have good salaries. Some are part, some are full. But we have more. We have Edgar KC Association, and let me tell you what they need. They need a travel reservation specialist, community programs associate. They need a bookstore sales associate, and also director of philanthropy. That's what they need. Edgar Casey Association. Go online and check them out. For kids, we always get 4 kids. 4 kids needs an accountant. They need an education liaison, a development support assistant. They need a service assistant and housing specialist. Check them out. That's 4 kids. And sometimes these jobs, they may be listed in the Virginia area, but you may be able to work right there in your own home, wherever you are, on your computer. A lot of jobs are set up like that now. You don't have to be in that city to get that job in some of these places. Some jobs that you don't have to come into the establishment. A lot of jobs are available and you can work from your home. You may be in California, New York, Texas, wherever. Some of these jobs are available where you can work where you are. Hi, Anna, what's going on? Let's see, Tyler, hi, Columbus. I believe that's what it is. Just T is here. Kathy, how you doing? Africa Braids is up here. Kelly Brooks. Oh man, all you guys that are up here, thank you for joining me on this morning. That was our current job list. Make sure you go get it. Everybody don't have a good job. Everybody don't have a job. And so we want to make sure you all get a job so you can take care of you and your family. Make sure you're moving up and getting the best job that you can get in order to, be successful, in order to survive in this world. So here they are, and they are already on my pages. So again, today is Hump Day Wednesday. I hope you all are doing good. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channels. You can go to Facebook and at Yolanda Hinton, Hinton. I have my fan page there. I have all kind of pages, FYI, one FYI, radio show. Go to LinkedIn at Y Hinton, Twitter, Yolanda Hinton, Crystal Records 1 on YouTube, FYI radio show on YouTube. You can go to Instagram. Good morning, Instagram. How are you all on this morning? Instagram, you can go to FYI Radio Show there, or Yolanda Hinton, Y Hinton there. It's either Y Hinton or FYI Radio Show. Hi, Tony. How are you? Vintage, what's up? Wow, so many guys. WDJ, how are you? Melvin, how are you? Let's see. Aaron is here. Joe is here. Bright. I can't see the rest of it. It went by. Jaden, how are you? Let's see. Gigi, I think that's Gigi up here. Pat, how are you? Andy, everybody. Hope you are doing fine on this beautiful Wednesday. So I tell you what, we've gone past the introduction. We'll talk about sponsors later. We want to talk today. This is our FYI Wednesday Summer Fun Review segment. And today we are going to review Netflix Teach You a Lesson. Now, look, I need you all to talk to me. Many of you probably have seen it. Maybe you have not. But this is a great, great series on Netflix. Talk about having some fun and also being educated at the same time, and really getting into something serious and something that is really things that we deal with in our schools. We really, really, really need to check out this movie. This movie is it's called Teach You a Lesson. It's on Netflix now, and it is a 10-episode South Korean action drama series based on the webtoon Get Schooled. The show follows the Educational Rights Protection Bureau, a fictional government-backed agency established to combat severe school violence and restore the collapsing authority of teachers. Unconventional inspectors, including a former Special Forces captain, are dispatched to various schools to handle extreme cases of bullying, delinquency, institutional corruption, using high physical and controversial tactics to discipline troublemakers and reform the system. And tell me if we don't need our schools reform. You know, sometimes I think about school and I wonder, you know, especially as I was looking at this series, you know, a lot of times we think that school is just, hey, take kids, you know, put them in a place, let them, you know, give them arithmetic, math, and all that stuff, you know, spelling and all kind of different things, physical education. That's not enough, especially in this day and time, because not only are kids sent to school to learn, but kids are sent to school in an environment where you're dealing with so many individuals, adults and children alike. But it would be okay if it was just focusing on that one thing, and that is learning. But along with that comes every problem you can think of, from individual problems that children have to problems teachers have, the school system, the powers that be, people and their problems in one place. Can you imagine folk coming in there teaching your child, or you got to learn along with people with bad attitudes and just, you know, having to deal with all the different things that go along with being around individuals. You know, everybody's not nice. Everybody don't wake up on the right side of the bed. Everybody, you know, don't have, you know, good intentions. You know, even in that environment, you would think, oh, this is the best environment in the whole wide world. And sometimes it is a good environment. Most of the time, it is a good environment, but it comes with its issues and problems. Good morning, Norris Thomas. How are you? Pastor Thomas, how are you this morning? So yeah, so this series is something that really touches me closely because I have an anti-bullying initiative, and I have a cause, yes, a cause in bringing to the community, our children and families, our schools, information on how we can make things better. As I looked at this series, I thought about my initiative. I thought about the things that I've developed in my program and what information I wanted to convey to our community. And I started an initiative called Our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. So look, in this series, like I said, there were so many things that they had to deal with. Bullying was one of them. And boy, it was treacherous. You know, looking at this series triggered a lot of things in me. Like I said, it made me go back thinking about how I experienced bullying, meaning what I saw. And so I got the opportunity to teach in the area for 5 years for the state. And in this program, there was a lot of things happening, a lot of children, and there was something called bullying that I had not paid attention to. I was there for a different reason, teaching on a different subject, and it was a prevention program for young kids. But all of a sudden, I looked and I saw something else, and it was called bullying. And I really, really, really paid attention because it was just something that was not necessarily in my experience, but it was something that really caught my eye when I saw kids bullying other kids. I saw kids bullying adults, adults bullying kids. I saw just a whole lot of things that just stuck out, and it just felt so wrong and crazy. I kind of thought it was like too much. But I said, you know, as a founder of Crystal Community Development Corporation, I said, yeah, there is a cause and there is something that I believe that I can do in order to reach parents and kids and schools and the community to say we need to put a stop to this problem. We need to eradicate this problem. We need to come together. And so our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now, was birthed. And soon after, I wrote a book, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose, and then The Diary of a Former Bully. I also created a course, and that course I will be introducing this year. I've created games, anti-bullying games for the family, for schools and teachers. I wanted to do my part because as soon after, I'll put it like that, soon after I discovered this problem, and I tell you, when I began to see it, it seemed to just evolve more and more. I heard more on TV about it, more on radio about it, more on the internet about it. More celebrities were coming out with this thing called bullying. You know, people began to speak up, and along with them speaking up, there was a need for a solution. You know, I had so many parents, and this would blew my mind. You know, for something that I had not yet delved into, I had parents coming to me. I had schools asking for programs. I had, all kind of people in the community needing information. And you would be surprised how desperate and how hurt people were as they were dealing. Some of them had children that were bullies. Some of them were bullies. Some of them were former bullies. Some of them were bullied in school, kids bullied in school. Some of them was bullied years ago. It was just amazing how so many folk reached out. As soon as I said that I was going to do this initiative, it seemed like the dam just broke open and people just began to just fall out and just talk more and more and more and more about it. So much so that I began to do in the community a dinner and a dialogue to pull together, leaders and ministers and teachers and parents, all kind of officials. We had mayors, we had people from the city council, we had nurses. We had so many people that gathered as a result of our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now, wanting to know what we could do in the community to stop this problem. Why? Because this problem is not a little bit, it's not a little thing. It's not child's play. It's real critical. And so getting back to teach you a lesson in this series, and I hope you all get a chance to go to Netflix and see it. In this series, talking about desperate people, desperate children, desperate adults, desperate parents, desperate school officials, desperate politicians, desperate to get these problems solved. These things were not little problems. These were extreme cases in the schools, extreme cases in the home, extreme cases in the community. And people were at their wits' end. A lot of them thought it was just time to give up. There was no hope. There was no one to help. There was no one to advocate. There was no one to solve. And, people get like that, and there are some, and I've talked to some who children or as adults, they have unalived themselves because they felt like no one cared and no one would advocate for them. No one will see the problem. No one cared about the problem. And they also thought it was just a little teeny, tiny thing that would, look, you just go through it, it'll help. It'll help you just to go through it and get bust up inside the head every day. Your money taken every day. People taking and using you to sell this or that illegal things. And, that's just that. Just go through it. Just close your eyes. You'll get through it. Some people don't get through it. And some people need help, and they need people to come together and care. It's a shame if you're in an environment for teaching, just like I said earlier, you're there to learn, you're there to teach, you're there in a community to make sure you govern, the school, but you have to face danger. Danger? When you go to school to learn, danger? Danger. There's a lot of things that's going on. And so in this series, it is really good. These special forces come in and they use extreme measures. Now, this is controversial because it took a while for this series to come out. And people were like, you're talking about bullying and solving problems. Boy, you all are going to all the extreme measures in the whole wide world to do it. Is it fair? Is it right? Do you just give people just the go ahead to do things by any means necessary? And when you see this series, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see this team solving problems by any means necessary. Do they solve the problem? Yes, they do. When they go out and they've been issued, what they need to do to eradicate certain problems in the school, do they get the job done? Of course they do. And I think that's what makes the series so good. It really gets to the nitty gritty, and it's so intense. It's so intense. It's so entertaining. It's teachable moments. It makes you think, would I do things that way, or could I get away with doing something that way to eradicate the problem? It is so good. We have a lot of reviews, and some of them are saying it's a must watch. And And some people say it's a real life proposal to protect teachers. Um, let's see, it could teach you a lesson, and it because it is a reality. That's what some of the reviews are saying. It is just unbelievable. They have some great actors. I will not try to pronounce those names. These are Korean actors, and I'm telling you, they are definitely playing the role. It is very good. I just want to uh, just ask you all if you would, especially parents, if you're a teacher out here, uh, you need to check it out. You need to check it out because sometimes we have those problems in our school, and sometimes we sit back and we don't do anything about it. And sometimes we don't know what to do. In my initiative, we addressed three: the bully, the victim, the bystander. And the bystander is sometimes a willing worker to stand by and egg on the bully. You know, you got those, and you'll see this in this series. You got those that won't put their hands on a person, but they will egg it on. Get them. Yeah, that's right. Beat them up, beat them down. That's right. Make them do this and make them do that. Sometimes bystanders are forced to do things. If you don't, if you don't smack him upside his head, if you don't take that money, if you don't give him this or her that, or do this to that one or the other, you're going to suffer the consequences. And so that bystander is somebody sometimes who is a victim themselves. Sometimes they're willing workers who love the drama and love egging it on. And then you have those that are victims as well of the bully. And then you have those that have a heart, and you'll see it in the series, toward the victim, but don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do. All they can do is stand and look. They're helpless. Why? If you have helpless adults around you and they are not doing anything, what are you going to do? If you have the bully who has an army of folk that's going to do a number on you, what are you going to do? How are you going to stand up? Who are you going to stand up to? That's why it takes the community, our community. It takes all of us, adults, teachers, parents, students, the community, our political officials. It takes all of us to come to fight and eradicate this problem. It takes all of us to come together to get rid of this thing called bullying. People are trying so hard. Some people have given up. Some kids have given up. Some kids are absolutely feeling lost. Their teachers feeling lost, and they address that too. When a teacher's at their wits' end, and they're victims of bullying by young people. Sometimes adults get bullied by children. That's in the book that I have. Bullying is right underneath your nose. Bullying is everywhere. And like I said, my experience with bullying, I saw bullying, I was like, well, what is this? What the? Bullying? Kids bullying kids. Kids bullying adults. Adults bullying kids. Adults bullying each other. It was absolutely a nightmare. And so for that reason, it becomes very, 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 very extreme. And sometimes you get to the point where you say, can anything be done? Can anybody solve this problem? It's everywhere. It's on the road. Bullying is on the road. It's everywhere. Wherever people are, wherever children reside, it's going to be a problem of bullying. And so, we see in this series where these folk, this team is not playing, and they are out to make sure that this problem of bullying goes away. Again, extreme cases, and they went through the schools. They were like special force ERPB. They went and they dealt with delinquency and institutional corruption. Ooh, institutional corruption. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say we don't have corruption in the school. Please, somebody tell me that don't happen. But that's not the reality. That's not the reality. We have all kind of stuff going on in the school. If it was just a place to come and learn your ABCs, that would be absolutely fabulous. But it's not like that. And for that reason, we can't sit back in denial and act like these things are not a reality. We can't act like that people are not suffering in these institutions. We don't need to sit back and think that every child is being protected. We can't sit back and think when you send your little child to school and you know he got those big glasses on, and you done put him out there with all those I'm not gonna say the word, but you put your little child, your little sweet child out there among wolves. And you turn your head and go to work, and you say, well, I'm at work, and your child is suffering. And this is the bad thing about it. When people are, really, really into this bullying thing, when you have bullies that are really into it, they know how to keep the victim silent. They sit back and they harass and they threaten. And they say, you know what? If you do this, we're gonna do this to you. If I see you, if you better give me your money. You better work on my work. You better give me the answer to the test. You better give me the clothes on your back. You better do whatever I say. And if you tell anybody, it's curtains for you. So I'm telling you, parents, you can sit back all you want to and think that it's all about the ABCs, and you turn your head. And I tell you, some of these adults that I talked to had the problem years ago. They still traumatized. They still at their wits' end. They still full of anxiety and nervous. They still hurt. They still angry. They still angry. Why? Because you didn't think that, oh, that's just child's play. Oh, you got some folks that look, that's just what you got to go through. Oh, really? I just got to go through. What? Being thrown around and thrown out windows, and people turning you out and all kind of things, making you sell stuff illegal. So that's just child's play. Just child's play. We got so many kinds of problems, and we definitely have to reform. Not just in our schools, but in our communities everywhere. Everywhere. Who's gonna do it? Check out Teach You a Lesson. It gives people like me that advocate a sense of justice and relief, even though it may be very extreme. That's the entertainment part of it now. That's the entertainment part of that. It has to be, they got the, you just have to see it for yourself. And you've got to make that choice whether or not, you're just going to see it as, just entertainment or as a teaching tool. Or will it stir you up to make you want to pay attention and get in the fight? Every year we do something concerning the anti-bullying initiative. We've had rallies, pizza in a dialogue, dinner in a dialogue, face-offs, just so many things that can help our families come together. Like I said, enough people, there are more people that's needed. I'll put it like that, and more people that should pay attention because, like I said, I had one parent who didn't know the child was being bullied till later on in high school or whatever. It just because they just if you give folk information or let them see what it looks like, they can pay attention and they can make sure their children are safe. Again, like I said, some children are threatened, some children shut down, some children want to unalive themselves. Some teachers want to do the same thing. They don't want to, rock the boat. They don't want to be attacked anymore. They don't want to, the powers that be sometimes that will come against you and shut you up. They just don't want to go through that. I went to a seminar, a conference actually, a teachers conference, and the number of teachers that was on medicine, the number of teachers that were on medicine because of what goes on in the class, you wouldn't even believe it. I couldn't believe it. Certain things as I got into this initiative, I just was blown away because I just didn't realize sometimes how bad things could get in some of these environments. And it just, like I said, it shakes me to, at least try. I work with children. Like I said, I was working with a preventive program for kids and children. An after-school program hired by the state, and I didn't realize all the other things that go along with what I was doing. I'm teaching prevention, but I ended up with this initiative about bullying. Again, delinquency, institutional corruption, physical and controversial tactics had to be used to discipline troublemakers and reform the system. You sending your child into an institution where there's troublemakers, bullies, child M. I don't know if I can say that word up here. Do you know where you sending your child? Do you know what goes on in some of these places? Are you turning your head, looking the other way like, look, I put up they in a state, they all right, they with their favorite friend. Okay. Pay attention and let's help get these problems solved. I really, really enjoy teach you a lesson. Now, would I go to extremes? I don't know. Some of those extremes seem to work, but I do what I do, and I'm hoping and praying that you all will do some of the things that you all need to do. Please, please, please check out Netflix, Teach You a Lesson. It's a 10-episode South Korean action drama series, and it is definitely amazing. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna tell you all that right now. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. Speaking of anti-bullying information, Crystal Community Development Corporation, along with Bullock Academy, which is a sponsor LLC, will have an anti-bullying, our community against bullying, a call to action now in October, which is anti-bullying month. Pizza and a dialogue. We've had our rallies and things like that, and we are building up our connection with parents and schools and things like that, so we can have another rally. In the meantime, we get our kids together, our Young Women Achieving Success program, Young Men Achieving Success program, and other youth programs to come together to have a dialogue, to learn more about bullying. You know, some kids, and let me say this, and I know school in particular, that some kids they know what bullying is, but they haven't experienced that. I thought that was a good thing. When I go out to schools and I talk to them about what I do, um, I ask them, have they ever been bullied? Some of them have never experienced it. Some of them in the school, that school environment is not, you know, it doesn't have all the, it has the drama, but it doesn't go too far with certain issues and things. So there are a lot of schools that are no nonsense. You can't get away with some of the things. They're gonna break it down. They're gonna bust you down. They're gonna do what they need to do in order to get things to stay as normal as possible and kids as safe as possible. Let me tell you one reason why. It's this thing called a lawsuit. And I have a brother who works in equity, an organization. It's comprised of a lot of lawyers and people in administration and things like that. And they go around the schools and they check out the environment of the school and why there's harassment, why there's bullying, why there is dysfunction. And they solve the problems. But in the midst, there are people that are brought into the court system to give an account, or there are families that, or youth and their families that are taken to court. And there are people that sue other families and things like that. Why? Because it gets to the point I told you before, it gets treacherous. And so, you know, the court system is one way that people are using to get people off their back. And so I've had a couple of people that I know, more than a couple of people, that have told me about them having to absolutely go to those extremes to get rid of their bullying and not become a victim or, you know, not being harmed. So they have to go to the extremes. And so we have groups of people that go to the court and make sure that people's rights are not taken for granted. And so that's why some of these things are going to be solved, because people are no longer going to take it. Parents are no longer going to take it. Schools are no longer going to take it. And they are saying, we will do it one way or another. So parents or teachers or whatever, you may come out of your pocket. You may have to come out of your pocket because you don't see this as a big problem. I tell you what, it's a big problem. And so for that reason, Pizza and the Dialogue come together, talk about those things that happen where children are, where people are being bullied, or, you know, those things that go along with bullying. They can be addressed. You got, like I said, you have the harassments, you have all kind of things, racism, you have inequality, got so many things that go along with this bullying piece. And so we address those things. We will be talking about those things in October, Anti-Bullying Month, and we'll have that dialogue. We'll have that forum for youth and for parents, youth and for adults. And we need to continue to come together because this problem has not gone away. I wish it could have and would have, but it has not gone away. And so for that reason, I'm going to continue to you know, do the things that I can do as an organization, as a parent. My children are grown, but I have a grandson in school, and I teach him, look, you can't be the bully, you can't be the victim, and you can't be the bystander. You know, the book that I've written, The Diary of a Former Bully, it shows you how a bully reformed and what he needs. He needs to see the pain that he causes. He needs to see it for himself and feel it. He needs to feel what he's done. Getting back to the series, some of these people changed when they saw and felt that feeling, when they felt the pain of that other person. Sometimes people don't feel it. They think it's just a game. It's all about a one-sided thing of what I can get, what I can do. But when you start feeling what somebody else feels, the pain and the hurt. I always tell this story about this young man, and he told me this. He used to be a bully. He now advocates for bullying. He said this. He said this is what stopped him from bullying. He said there was a young kid that he used to bully every day. He used to take his money every day. He said he took that child's money. He was a kid, but he took that money every day. That boy had to come every time he was saying, "Where's my money? Give me my money." And so he said one day the boy came and he said, "Give me your money." And the boy started crying. The victim started crying. He started crying so bad. And the guy said, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What you crying so much for?" And the victim says, "I'm hungry." He said, "I'm hungry." And he said, "If you hungry, go and get something to eat." He said, "I can't because you take my money every day. You take my lunch money every day, and I'm hungry." He said from that day on, he never bullied again. He did not know of the harm that he was doing to this individual. He just thought it was just something self-serving. Just let me do this because I'm bad enough to do it. He didn't know that he was doing the harm that he was doing, caused somebody to feel like that. He said the boy cried so bad, and he just, thought he was going to keep on bullying until he said, "You are the reason, and I'm hungry, and I want to eat, but I can't. You take my money every day." He stopped bullying that child. He's a full-grown man now, and he advocates no bullying. He would not bully anyone. Because sometimes you have to see the harm that you do to others, the pain that you cause. Some bullies just think it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. But I tell you what, in this program that I do, it's not just for the victim and the bystander. The bully needs help. Because some bullies bully because they've been bullied. He said that he had been a bully because he was bullied. Some people are bullied in their home by adults. Some people are bullied by their siblings. Some people call it sibling rivalry. Sometimes parents don't stop because they say, "Well, look, that's your brother. Look, if he knock you upside your head and cause your head to get a cut in it or bleed, who cares? You just got to live with it. I lived with it. That's how we did it." Bullies. Sometimes kids see bullies, the parents as bullies, or adults, or they're, those people that, they have to give an account to bullying. On the job, you got bullies. In the church, bullied. You got people just bullied. And so sometimes they become bullies. That's why you got to help a bully. You got to help them too. You got to help bullies because they just as bad as they can be, and they just don't care. They just don't care. You got to help them to care. You got to help them see themselves. You got to help them see the pain that they cause to others, and then they'll put a stop to it. When they have empathy, you can give them, when they have empathy and sympathy. Some bullies don't have that, and that's what we want to give them. We want them to see. We do face off. So we go in the studio, recording studio, and we've recorded in the studio this face off where the bullies and the victim come face to face. Now they have on masks, and they really get a chance to talk to one another. And it's just a beautiful thing that takes place. Like I was saying in the series, there are extreme things that people do to um, get, reform. But then there are things, simple things like letting the bully and the victim talk to one another and let them switch places. Let them switch places so they can see. Oh, it is amazing how people change so quick when they walk in somebody else's shoes. You hear me what I said? When you can have empathy and sympathy for somebody else when you see the pain that they go through, or see that they can't help it because they're around folks that like to, treat people bad. So anyway, in October, I will be announcing the date. Parents, and we're going to try to do online as well as in-house, of course. Pizza and a Dialogue. We're going to try to set it up where you all can come on and talk to us and talk to our children about your experience, or we try to find solutions. We're trying to find solutions. We're trying to change the mind of people. We're trying to tell kids to speak up. Well, tell somebody. We always tell them that. But are you all ready to hear when somebody is hurting or in pain, or it doesn't matter? So we're going to be talking to our children, and what we do is to see if they can come up with some things, come up with some solutions, come up with things that work for them, or work with their, work for their family or friends. And so let's see how this works. And I'm going to keep doing this, and I can truly say, like I was telling you all before, that this, even though this is an initiative that I have, looking at the series was an eye opener, and it really gave me hope that things can be done to make things better for our children and for people in general. So make sure you check it out, and make sure you check out our Community Against Bullying, a call to action now. I will be giving you information on Pizza and a Dialogue, and also information of our sponsor, Bulvic Academy, where you can go right now if you'd like to www.bulvicacademy.com, BULVIC Academy.com, and check out the things that we have for our kids. We have a blog there. If you want to put information in there, you can do that. Also, there are books, The Diary of a Former Bully, and Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose, which is in Spanish, it's in English, it's also Audible, and also the game Bulvic, BULVIC. Not only is it available on the website, bulvicacademy.com, it's there at Google Play and iTunes. You can definitely find it there and get it and share it. And the game is absolutely fabulous. I created this game. I had a team of folk help me to create this anti-bullying game, and it's not for the faint of heart. Kids gonna have to read, fight monsters, go to cool places to get their energy in the right place. They have to go in the garden and find certain things. You got to talk to teachers. You got to talk to students. All this is in the game Bulvic, BULVIC. It's on www.bulvicacademy.com, along with iTunes and Google Play. Also, I mentioned earlier about the program, the course, a 6-week course that will be available soon. I'm making sure I cross every I, cross every T, dot every I, and make sure I have this course, available for your kids and for parents. Uh, just want to make that connection with schools and, wherever people reside, either churches and schools, community centers, uh, to give you tools and things, give your kids tools so they can either get rid of being a bully, stop being a victim, or stop standing by not knowing what to do. So look, let me give you some upcoming shows. We got Friday coming up. I need a co-host for Friday. Who wants to join me on Friday to co-host with me? Let's see. Issues concerning women. It don't have to be deep. It don't have to be, nothing that is, real serious. It could be some fun things. It could be around the town. It could be, something that you had on your mind, ladies, that you feel as though, you'd like to talk about it. It could be serving that tea. Now, that's one of the things that I want to do on Friday. I want to serve a little tea. And we also have some sports news. We had a different sport. We had swimming on Monday. On Friday, I would like to do just catch up on some things that have going on. And so you all join me for that. We're going to serve some tea. I need a co-host. Somebody send me your email. You want to co-host with me? Be up here with me. You want to serve some tea? You got some tea to serve. You got some tea to serve. What's going on in our world? What is it that we should be talking about? What is it that people don't know that they should know? Huh? Let's talk about it. Make sure you inbox me or you email me at fyradioshow@gmail.com if you want to serve some tea, or if you want to, just talk about what's going on in the sports world. I'll be here Friday at 9:30 a.m. Don't forget to join me. Also, look, remember I told you all that I had a few people coming of Money and More. We have our speaker coming, Raynard Boyce, who's a financial expert. He'll be here for Money and More. When I tell you about money, we need to talk about money, baby. We don't need to be ignorant when it comes to living in a world and an economy like we are living in, baby. Everything is going up. I went on vacation. I was like, well, you can't eat. You might as well bring your food from home, baby. My goodness, this stuff is high. You don't want, talking about expensive out here to eat, baby. And so we're going to talk about the economy and the fact that, we're going to have to do things a better way, a different way. We're going to have to plan with our money. We got to invest our money. We've got to do things wherein we don't go to the poorhouse, because everything has gone up. Absolutely everything. So we're going to be talking to Raynard Boyce, Money and More. Also, don't forget, Jason Baker's coming to talk about on the 15th of July, cryptocurrency. This is something that I believe everybody should at least think about, figure out, hey, what's going on? What is it? What is this cryptocurrency thing? I'm hearing about it. What kind of investment? What is a cryptocurrency? So Jason Baker will be on, and he'll give us that information. He's done some research. He has some things he wants to talk about. He'll tell you a little bit about his experience and, from his perspective, what he thinks about cryptocurrency and information of where it's going, what's happening with cryptocurrency at this time. Let's see. Also, Chris Hinton, Real Estate 2026. Chris he promised that he will be here to talk to us about real estate and what we can do, either rent, buy, sell, invest, become a landlord, or whatever. he'll be on to share with us something new around the town. Anybody want to come on with me for something new around the town? We'll put that on the calendar too. Look, I'd like to know what's going on in your town. I always cover the Hampton Roads area, and but we need to know what's happening in Hampton Roads and beyond. If there's something going on, I mean, that's really, really, really great. Please, please, please let me know. I tell you what, there's something fabulous coming. Absolutely. Let me bring it up first because I want to make sure I get the information right. Let's see. Let me see. Where's? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So let's see here. I wanted to tell those about something going on around the town going up real soon, and that's Kingdom Cathedral. Bishop Michael Rogers is pastor, overseer, and head of the organization Bible Way Worldwide. And so they are having their conference. And so it would be a great, great thing to check out the conference. Come, and be on. Hold up, let me pull it up. Come and share with Kingdom Cathedral and let them know, hey, I would love to be a part of what you're doing. Let me tell you something. Bishop Michael Rogers is one of the greatest preachers that I've ever known, and he is just a. I don't even know how to explain it. He also has a series called Training for Reigning, which takes place on Wednesdays. I believe at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and he's online with a Bible study there. Please join him there. That's Bishop Michael Rogers, Kingdom Cathedral, Virginia. Also, I'm trying to pull up the information about his conference. This is what's happening around the town. I'm mentioning it because this is what is going on around the town and everything. So I believe it starts on the 12th. I'm pulling up the page. Give me grace. Y'all, hold up now. Hold up. And go online. Go online if you don't get a chance. If you're not here in the city. Hold up. Am I doing this right? Okay. Yeah. If you're not here in the city, it's going to be online. It's Bible Way Worldwide Organization. Bishop Michael Rogers is the head of the organization. And of course, throughout the years, he's pastored. He pastors in Virginia Beach Kingdom Cathedral. And he just a fabulous, fabulous preacher. And they always have some great things going on. They have classes, seminars. They have preaching in the evening. Bishop Michael will have Wednesday evening if you want to hear him or come by. And then they have other speakers. They have the women that are doing some fabulous things and speaking. And I believe, I'm trying to pull it up. I'm pulling up their Wednesday. Let's see, Wednesday. This is at Wednesday the 15th, but it starts, I believe, on the 12th. You all can Google it or go to social media, Kingdom Cathedral or Bible Way Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ Worldwide, and check them out. That's what's happening around the town. Check it out for yourselves, and this is something that you don't want to miss. Yes, so let me see. What else? Let me see before I go. So look, we have, let's see, let me see. We got some other folk coming on now. We have Michelle Buffalo. She's running for Chesapeake City Council. And I want you all to join me for that show. I will announce it before she comes. And we can talk about what's going on in her city, what's going on in our communities, what's going on in our country, because we have our midterms that will soon come. We'll see the midterms, and I hope you all are going out to vote in the midterms. So we're going to talk to her about that. The midterms will be here soon, and hope you all are thinking already about the vote. Your voice, your vote, your voice, your vote, your vote, your voice. We need you to get involved. I know some folk are cynical and some people feel like this is an environment that is nothing that you can do. It's the same type of thing. We feel like, oh, if you can't do nothing about bullying, get into politics, baby. Get into politics and you're gonna see a whole lot of stuff. But it's still a good idea for us to get involved. Our vote counts, and we can do things, we can change things if we want to change things. I tell you what, sit back and don't change things. Women, you hear me, women? Sit back and say you're going to vote for yourselves and then end up voting against yourself and see what happens. See what all the rights that you think you have goes out of the window. Keep doing that, and you're not going to have nobody. You're going to be back in the day when they was hitting women, the club in the, what do you call it? Back in the day when they were taking clubs and they would take it and drag you by your hair. Ladies, make sure you get involved and you know your rights and you keep your rights. Sit back and talking about votes don't count and this and not getting involved, not doing nothing, keeping your eyes closed, and you're going to be right back in the caveman day. Getting yourself dragged around. Because why? You have given up all your rights. Because why? You following the wrong person, or you won't get involved, or you won't vote, or you talking yourself out of doing what's right for you. Ladies, let's wake up. So again, Nichelle Buffalo, the same thing goes for you all, you guys too. Nichelle Buffalo will be here running for Chesapeake City Council. Let's see what things are happening in Chesapeake. Let's see what great things are going to be going on there. Let's see what kind of changes are happening in the city. And then also we will talk to her about what's going on in our world. Let me see, men issues segment. Of course, we'll continue with that. Women's issues, like I said, if you want to take a chance and you say, oh, I would love to co-host with the lady, you can inbox me right where you are. You got to send me your email because I'm going to pull you into the platform. Okay? And you have to email me, FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. Let me know. I'd like to come on your platform, and I'd like to. Now, look, this is for serious inquirers only. Don't come up here with your mess. Don't come up here with no mess. Now, we don't want no messy folk. No folk that don't have no decorum. But don't come up here cutting up. I'm talking about really just having a good, fun Friday time. And, serving a little tea. We ain't going to be telling lies and selling flies. We ain't doing that. We're giving you the tea, what's going on in our world. And it could be fun. Could be fun things. So anyway, look, we're going to be doing more summer fun as we continue in the summer. We're going to do sports talk, of course, and shout out Mondays. So look, make sure you all govern yourself accordingly. I want to mention one thing before I go. Another sponsor, Beard Gods, www.beardgods, BEARDGODZ. Check out the sponsors. Check out things that make your man, your boo, your husband, your uncle, your daddy, granddaddy, whoever look good. Go to that page, beardgods.com. Check out all the great things as Mr. Hinton, Chris Hinton has for you all. Also, Crystal Community Development Young Women Achieving Success Mentoring Program, looking for young girls, recruiting 10 to 17 to be a part of a wonderful, wonderful, well-rounded mentoring program. We do a lot of great things, book clubs, We do. What do we do? We have all kind of special events, special occasion. We sponsor things like Pizza and a Dialogue. We just do a lot of things. College tours. We've done so many things. I mean, the list is long. Community service is one of them as well. A sisterhood. Just a lot of things that help your kid, your daughter, and your girls feel good about themselves. And so we support our parents, and we support them with a beautiful free program. We want your girls to be a part of it. And so make sure you contact me, Crystal Community at Cox.net, CRISTO Community at Cox.net. Give me email and let me know you are definitely interested. Follow me on social media. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. My name is Yolanda Hinton, Hinton. And make sure you help me get the numbers, and I'll help you get your numbers. Don't forget me. Come over here on TikTok too, Hinton, Hinton. You'll see that, and FYI Radio Show, you'll see that along with it. Please come over here and say hi or something. And also, let's have a good time together. Dale Mayo, hello. Let's see, Juan, hi. Let's see, who else? Let's see, Phyllis, hello. Seizure Baby, hi. Mario, what's going on? Edgar, hi. Dominic, I think that's what it is, Dominic. Let's see, Thomas. Jakira 86, how are you doing, young lady? Anna, hi, what's going on? Alexandra, hi, Michael, what's going on? John, got so many folk up here. Let's see, just so many people. Some of the names, I tell you what, I dare not try to mess up. Judy, what's going on? Hey, Mima, hi. Follow me. Don't forget to follow me. I'll follow you back. Stephen, what's going on? Let's see. Myself. Kenny, hey Kenny, how are you? Lily, what's going on? Make sure you all, if you are not over here on TikTok, come over here at Y Hinton and follow me. I promise I will follow you back. All those that are on the other platforms, be blessed. We have TALMADEHUNT22 over here on Instagram. Hello, God bless you. See my girl Sheila Robbins. She over here. Where you at, young lady? She over here on social media. Let me see anybody else that I see. Now, sometimes these platforms, they have you all messed up or whatever. Let's see, Tia. Let's see, who else? Denisha Rod, what's going on, young lady? Thank you so much for your help, your support. You are a blessing. Let's see. Everybody that's on, bless you and thank you for joining me this morning. I was a little long-winded this morning, but I hope you all don't mind. But look, I'm going to say goodbye first to our TikTok folks. Okay? Let's say goodbye to TikTok. Don't forget to join me on Friday, TikTok. Okay? And again, if you want to co-host with me, don't be scared. Don't be shy. You can be a young person. You can be an older person. You can join me. FYI Radio Show Live at gmail.com or inbox me and say, yeah, I'll send my email and we can serve some tea together. In the meantime, you all be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Right, TikTok.
He brought me out and I'm praising, praising. He's in my soul, now I'm celebrating. God is on my side. I've come a long way and now I'm changing. He brought me out and I'm praising, praising. He's in my soul, now I'm celebrating. God is on my side.
Hey, Kenny Thomas.